really used that much anymore. Yeah, so yeah, we don't really, I don't know, because of the books have changed. It used to be that kids were lugging a lot of books around, and now it tends to be teachers using this kind of scenario.
Right. With a smart board.
Yeah, with a smart board, and they have got their devices, but they're working on paper in their math class. Yeah. I'll show you the art bays as well. Our Yakadins have a bit of flexibility. They don't have to be, but they have some study time.
Yeah.
So they can be in our library when they're not in classes.
What about school lunches? What do they do there? Do they
Bring your own, or buy some from the canteen.
So that's how they do it. They don't. The ministry doesn't provide.
No.
You're out of the food business essentially.
We are not in the food business. No.
That's good.
Well, I think it's like anything. My area of expertise is teaching and learning, not running food.
Well, I think the U.S. spends way too much money on food. I mean, food is a big deal, man.
Particularly healthy either.
Oh,
so when
it's
I was
crappy
in the
food.
UK, the main lunches were baked beans and chips, and the answer to that was, that's the only thing the kids will eat. Well,
right.
Okay, if you offer them things and they've got different options.
Yeah.
So we've got a media studies suite here. Media studies is a really popular subject now. Critically evaluating what is happening in classes.
Nobody seems to be starving.
Is this like a silent lesson? Are you doing assessment? Okay. So these guys, this is a good example. They've got their headphones in. There's something happening online. They're probably watching a film or something. And doing an actual assessment. But we have this little bay. Where you can actually make just a lot of filmmaking.
What is this? A film? Is that
That's
a kind
media
of?
studies.
What is it?
Media studies.
Media, which would be anything related to media.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Critical analysis of film and media. And nowadays media consumption, social media is thrown in there as well, big time too. Because we want them to understand what they're consuming. And these are our art days.
What is this here going on here?
This is digital art photography. This is a YouTube clip or somebody gaming who's just been caught by the principal. I'd put that away if I were you. And these guys are designing posters for an assessment. That's what they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's quite a popular subject actually, isn't it? Is it popular? Yeah. You enjoy it?
And what program do they use to design this?
There you go, Ruben. What program do you use?
Adobe Photoshop.
Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
Is it a complicated program or?
Once you get used to it, it's not too hard to use. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you. And so you could print this out and make a poster from that, right?
Yeah.
And do you have a printer that would make a large poster?
There's that one there, and then another one in the other room, which is a bigger one.
Wow.
So they end up, this is the kind of thing
Oh
we're
wow,
designing.
these are nice.
Yeah, and some of them,
Very nice.
we actually use, the purpose, the designs that we can use them. So one gets selected to be used each year for the actual Arts Awards.
Wow. Yeah, they're impressive.
Yeah.
Very
So I'll leave
good.
the door open because it seems really hot in here. Is it just me?
No joke.
What about opening a window? Yeah, I'll turn that off for you.
Darker areas, they're all too mid-tone. We have darker areas. Okay, how are we going over here? This is the final work? Yeah. Hopefully too depressing and too dark.
And these are the regular art
Okay,
class.
so this is art. Yeah, this is art as you and I know it.
And these are,
Hello, Mr. Bell.
How are you? Welcome to a very hot art room. We were just saying how hot it is, we can't believe it.
Keith's just visiting from the UNs, which is looking.
Okay,
yeah, how you
See the
doing?
difference between what happens in classrooms and then across the globe.
Okay.
This is very quiet for an art classroom.
It is, they're all concentrating on their work,
Yeah, great.
and which is great.
Yeah, it is great.
And they've got lots to do, but yeah, it's good.
What level is this?
This is level 2, and there are a few level 3 students.
So this would be an example of a board you have to get by the end of the year, which is like next week, isn't it?
Well, this is a level 3 portfolio,
Right.
so they have until about the end of week 2 of next term. So they've got about 6 weeks.
Right, to finish the
Yeah,
board. So
to
that's
finish the
one
board.
board, that's
Yeah.
2, and then you've got a bit of work to do on your third one.
Yeah. So we're exploring a theme, and we're trying to show links to artists and develop our ideas and show technique and
Yeah, cool, thank
Yeah.
you.
cool.
So we were very fortunate to get these buildings built in a way that's really great for
Yeah, to support the
our
beauty of the grounds, huh?
our grounds. Any other subject you want to see?
You know, whatever. I mean, it's interesting going from class to class, you know?
Yeah, seeing what people do, it's interesting for me too. Oh, I know, I was going to take that to the social studies hub, I'll do that
Yeah.
all the time. Just going to watch the time, I've got another appointment in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. I mean,
So this is our canteen, kids come in here. get
so
their
this is
food.
the
Right,
cafeteria.
Yep, yep.
And do many kids buy their stuff here? Or?
Oh, not usually.
Not really. Do they bring lunch, most of them,
they
or
bring lunch, yeah. Well, because we're so, this is where we are.
can they go home for
No, they're
lunch?
not- if they're in year 13, they can. But
Huh?
if they're in the junior school, no.
Okay.
So up to year 13,
But
they stay in school.
is there somebody checking to see if they go off campus, or
Yeah.
you don't care? Yeah. It's not like
Well, you know what I mean?
Like in the US, they have-
No.
they have big fence and they have guards and
No. Oh, no.
you know they have
no.
to check everything and
Especially now, with our seniors, we've only got 4 weeks of actual class time left.
yeah.
So actually, for some of them, I don't know. So
Are you guys gonna do what Trump is talking about, buying guns for your schools? And
I would leave teaching first.
it's
To
isn't
be
it?
honest, I'd leave teaching and become a peace activist before I did that. And I'd work for nothing and go on a benefit. So we've got this great gym.
Wow.
The kids are actually outside. We could maybe sneak across here, shall we?
Yeah.
Not supposed to walk on here anyway. What are your shoes like? Are they Martin? Yeah.
Nice old wood floor, huh?
Yeah, it's great for basketball. Basketball's really popular here at the moment.
Yeah. Cricket, basketball. They have rugby here, huh?
Oh yeah, but it's not as popular as
No?
basketball. No, rugby is, you've got to have 15 kids or 20 kids who can play rugby.
Yeah.
So these guys are all,
Wow.
yeah, having a great, so these are year 13s, aren't they? Yes, here we are.
This is nice.
Yeah, this is a year 13 PE class. So we were talking before about what you can do to get entrance to university. Some of these kids have learned some skills in netball. And then they'll be involved in developing and thinking
Right.
about that. And then
What
actually playing the
what sport is this?
this is netball.
Netball
Netball,
without a backboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really popular sport.
Really?
Yeah, so the majority of young girls, historically New Zealand would have played netball. Now they play more variety of sports, I think. But this is still where we would expect to go and play Australia and UK and win.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't always, but we would expect.
Never seen it before.
You've never seen netball?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's not very often played by boys. It's mostly a what you'd call a feminised sport. Oh, nice shot!
I'll just keep shooting.
You can do it. You can do it, Alan. Yeah. Oh, let's go. There you go. You're in. So come to say, I don't think so. Great demonstration of netball. And it's hockey. Okay, so my real interest is hockey.
The hockey with the
Field hockey.
Field
Yeah.
hockey, yeah.
Yeah, so we put the goals out, take
Yeah.
off the hoops, and it's a hockey pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. This is really nice out here.
Yeah, today it'll be you. There'll be a lot of kids out here at interval and lunchtime.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a lovely day. You've actually picked the
Yeah.
nicest day we've had in a long time.
What about in the summer? Is it nice like this normally, or?
Oh yeah, the summer, yeah.
Yeah. And the summer is when? How many more months?
Well, it's spring now. Spring started on the 1st of September.
Uh huh.
So in theory it's summer in December here.
Uh huh.
In reality, summer hits now in January, February.
Okay.
So we could expect our weather to be variable up to then.
Right.
But days like today are beautiful spring days. You know, you can't. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
So to me, those as an example, those are kids who have got 4 weeks of actual school time left, and
4 weeks for the whole year.
4 weeks
And they're
for
done.
the whole schooling period.
Oh, wow.
That's our year 13 cohort.
So they're almost at the end.
They're
Huh?
almost at the end, and there they are playing netball, learning about the skills of netball.
And then they're going to have how long off?
They finish, their exams finish basically end of November,
Okay.
and they'll start university if they're going in February, or other courses if they're going in February, and most of them will get work. So they'll have jobs over the summer.
And then the ones that will graduate will go to the university starting when?
February.
February,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's not a big long break for them, but yeah, end of February.
And how do they know when they're selected for the university? At what point? After
The
they
results
graduate?
Come out, yeah, January. Results come out.
Oh,
So
so,
most of them would know now
Okay.
where they're up to. Quite interesting for me, actually. You know, I'm finding as a principal, more and more I get, because I'm only acting, our principal's actually away on a sabbatical, but you get stuck in your office. You know, you get stuck in your office dealing with stuff when in fact, I don't know, this is the bit that I love, teaching and learning stuff. So the social studies hub is here, I think. Kia ora. I know this is Miss McDermott's class. This is Miss McDermott's class, isn't it? She's left you to work for a bit. Okay. So this is level 1 geography. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And here's our hub here. So I'm just gonna. So. These are, sorry to interrupt. This is Keith. He's coming to have a look around Newlands from the States, Dave State.
yeah. How you doing?
This is the social studies hub we were talking about.
Okay.
Everybody's working on different things, I
Wow.
imagine.
We're finishing
Interesting.
off our last internal assessments of the year.
Right, there we go. When are they due?
We don't really have deadlines. So,
Sometime soon.
well, I asked by the second week of the holidays because that's when I start marking.
Yeah.
So, and some of them are going to start level 2 this term as well, just to get a bit of a rush on.
Great, so you're already jumping the gun. So Shaka, tell us what you're working on.
So I'm doing a 1.1 history assessment where I have to describe an event that's significant to New Zealanders.
Yep.
So right now I'm doing the Battle of Crete, which the Māori battalion was involved. So I'm hoping, yeah, that's good.
So where are you drawing a lot of information from?
So I'm getting my information from a secondary source.
Yep.
So this is from an organisation
Yep.
who's got like full of archived historical events that date back to the year 1941, which was the year where Māori battalion was involved.
Pretty reliable source.
It's
then,
a really reliable source. This is a government-sponsored source as well.
Yeah, that's so that'll help you with your Tama 2 study, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
So
Thank you.
you're doing history. What are you doing? What topic are you looking at?
Psychology.
You're doing psychology. Okay. So what's your area of interest? What are you looking at for your internal?
Currently studying methods and psychological researches, so I'm doing one about a case study, a field experiment, and a covert participant observation.
Okay, so they're quite interesting, aren't they? Covert. So you basically, how did they set up the covert one?
They studied this alien group.
Really?
They were a cult.
Yeah. Okay.
They joined in, but they kept
Right.
it a secret.
Okay.
So yeah.
So they joined into the cult and tried to sort of find out from the inside what was
Yeah.
actually going on.
Yeah.
And these are psychologists
Yeah.
doing this.
And what grade are these kids in? What?
This
Grade-
is year 11. So
11.
So Andrea and these guys have just started their assessment year this year, and we want them at year 11 to be able to meet criteria, understand what assessment's about, demonstrate that perceptive thinking for a lot of their internal assessments.
Do they get geography at grade 9
Yeah, they do social studies,
and 10?
Yep.
11, all the way through.
compulsory at year 9 and year 10, and now this is a choice.
Okay.
So some kids will have chosen to do art, and other kids will choose to be here.
Do that meaning,
Well, they could do other subjects. So they could do art, they could do...
oh, why did you choose this?
Because I want to be a psychotherapist in the future, so
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here you can study kind of what you want?
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Like
Yeah.
everybody here is working on different projects.
yeah.
What's yours,
Okay.
Jasmine?
I'm doing nature versus nurture. And it's like,
Are you? Okay, because are you interested in teaching or early childhood?
I've been told by lots of people that I should do that or
Yeah.
be a doctor, but then I've also been told, oh, you're really good at photography and design, you should do that. So
Right.
I'm just keeping my options open. So
Right, right.
Yeah.
So nature versus nurture is a really interesting debate,
Yeah,
isn't it?
looking at serial killers, it's really creepy, but it's so interesting to look at their mind and how certain parts of their brain just don't work like brains do, and how
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot. Which part?
like the limbic system.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Where is it? The limbic system is different because it like emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how they can't express empathy. Like
Empathy. I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah.
That is such a true word.
Yeah.
When I come across young people who don't have empathy for others, to me it's a really big red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't understand what anyone else is coming from. Yeah, great. Awesome. There you go.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so this has kind of been a trial for us this year.
Yeah.
A really successful one in the sense that we've enabled kids to kind of have some choice
Right.
because that's their passion and interest.
Right.
You know, you got to have that.
And what is the name of this class?
This is called the Social Studies Hub.
Social Studies Hub.
Yeah, so in it comes history, geography, psychology, religious studies, sociology, other things that
And the kids can choose what they want.
what they want to do. So they get taught skills.
Just like,
Quite a bit of the time at the start of the year is, you know, getting taught how to do research, what reliable sources are. You heard Shaka say
Right.
this, that and the other. And then they get the chance to have this kind of an interaction on
Right.
their own topic of choice.
And then they have to do a report.
Yeah,
type
then
of
they're
thing.
preparing reports.
Right.
So when you talked about their last assessment,
Right.
they've co-constructed when those are due and
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
that's very interesting,
Yeah.
isn't it? And it's been, you know, it's a pretty popular choice for next year too.
yeah, huge uptake, and the kids have been really positive about the whole thing as well. They love the ability to choose anything from the social sciences. So before it was just sort of history and geography,
Right.
and now it's
Whatever they want.
yeah,
Pretty much.
and we're getting some really interesting selections about the stuff they do, and some really interesting topics, and
Right.
some really
So tell me,
interesting conversations that we
Right.
have about.
So you teach them how to
do you
research,
think it helps?
Yeah, at the
how to
start.
find research, how to find legitimate places to go,
At
and
the start of the year, we do a.
this way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
At the start of the year, we focus on the key skills of social science. So we look at primary and secondary source materials. We look at deep thinking. We look at identifying perspectives and things like that in sort of a generic sort of fashion.
Right.
And then when they go into the disciplines, they learn more subject-specific sort of things as well.
Will most of these kids go to the university?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vast majority of these kids.
Yeah. Because they chose this, and
Yeah, and also I think because of the nature of the school and things like that,
Right.
these are pretty academic kids, and
Right.
they are pretty motivated.
Right.
So, yeah.
and like these kids here, or would they be what nationality are they? Or what ethnicity?
New Zealand Indians.
Oh, they would.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, one of the reasons why we switched to this method was because in the traditional history classroom, it didn't really cater to all the needs of our kids because they are very diverse. Mm-hmm. So you pick one topic and half the kids are going, well, that doesn't really relate to
Right.
me.
A lot of them are Asian too.
Yep.
Asian descent.
Yep.
So they immigrated from predominantly what countries?
We've got a lot of Filipino students,
Yeah.
Cambodian students. We've got a lot of international students from places like China, plus Chinese New Zealand students.
So these families are settled here.
Yeah. All Chinese New Zealanders are one of the oldest sort of communities in
Really?
New Zealand. Yeah.
Wow.
They came over at the same time as Pākehā.
Sixth generation.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure. I think since 1970 something. After the Khmer regime war.
In Cambodia.
Yeah, in Cambodia.
Yeah. Wow.
And what about yours? Do you know how long your family's been here?
Not too long actually.
So did your parents come?
Yeah.
So they came, where did they come from?
My mum came from Fiji.
Yeah.
Fiji. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long's your family been here?
I don't know.
6 generations, maybe?
Yeah.
Long time? What about yours?
My dad came here in
From where? India.
yeah,
Wow. Interesting.
What about your family? You don't know? 6 generations, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this lovely, I don't know, we are a nation of immigrants.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Hey, Rohan.
Yeah.
Sorry?
My family's been here for 4 generations.
4 generations, so you know that it was a great grandparent.
Where did they come from? England. Okay.
Yeah, so my family, my grandmother's side, they immigrated to Canada first
Really?
and decided Canada wasn't for them.
Too cold.
And got on another boat,
Yeah.
came here. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
know it was this. I have to look and see what the immigration stats are, but I didn't know. I didn't think I'd see this. I thought I'd see more white
Yeah.
Anglo. You know.
So if you go to the central city schools, you might get slightly more European kids, but not that many more.
Uh-huh.
Still large numbers of kids who would, be Asian.
Sure.